All right, are we on? Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear. Good morning, everyone. Zoom guys, welcome back. YouTube guys, welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, guys. Let me just turn this up a little bit here. All right, muted. Cool. Should be good now. Yeah, audio good, video good, awesome. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Gold could be shaping up some longs here, guys, so I won't rabbit on too much this morning. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys on YouTube are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on with you guys. Hope you had a fantastic week in the markets. So see if we can end the week off strong here on gold. Now, gold, new all-time highs again yesterday, guys. We're having to bring some whole new levels here. Updating these levels every single day here on gold. 4,300's hit. Did we hit? We hit 4,350. And the next target after that is going to be, have we got there yet? 4,400. Did we hit 4,400? No, very, very close. So delete a lot of these downside levels, guys. It's crazy how often we're having to update 500 plus tick levels. I would maybe update these back in the day. Back in the day, sound like an old man. I would update these levels maybe once or twice. Seems like we're updating these levels every single day, which is crazy when you think these levels are 500 tick ranges. You know, you got the 4,300, 4,350, and 4,400. These are all 500 ticks, 500 ticks, 500 ticks. So gold has been on some crazy runs. So let's have a look here, guys. Let me just move my screen here. Get the zoom chub. Good morning, guys. Good morning. With the short longs. Yeah, willing to. Yeah, I did see a 15 fake out, which was looking tempting. There was nice little morning star here pre-London. Look at this. Wicked out the lows. That would have been a nice long. 645. Regardless if it worked or not, it was still a good trade. I like that long. I don't know if the highs have been grabbed on the currency. Yeah, we'll have a look at all markets this morning, guys. I do think gold is shaping up to be the nicest. Apologies, you guys assumed there was no Asian market yesterday. Gold was peaking all-time highs, so there wasn't really too much to say. You ended up in Asia. Look at this in Asia. Look at this amount of movement. From the Asia highs, Asia sold off 1,000 ticks. Look at that. Asia down 1,000 ticks. That's crazy. Asia down 1,000 ticks. And then right back up another 1,000. That is absolutely insane. Was there any news to that? Did I miss any news? That's crazy. Who says Asia doesn't move? I think we need to get Dakota updating the name of slow markets. Slow markets no more. 1,000 ticks up and 1,000 ticks down on gold in an Asian session is absolutely insane. Yeah, gold had a nice sell-off yesterday. You came up, tagged our highs here, sold off beautifully. A beautiful sell-off on NQ. Remember, we spoke about these highs yesterday. Gold's shaping up here, guys. I'm probably not going to wait for the London Open here, guys. To me, this is looking nice. Reasons for long here on gold, guys. Obviously, extremely bullish. 4 hour has broken above 43.50. We have some nice 4-hour highs. Hourly time frame, you're wicking out some lows, holding support. So I'm looking for this hour. By the time this hourly candle closes into London Open, I want to see it closing nice and bullish. So he took a short. Nice. Did he take the whole gold short down, or he took this move down? That's crazy. So yeah, wicking out some lows, holding that V up, holding major support. So we are looking for longs on gold up into these Asia highs. And if you start to close like this and flip back bullish, we have the 15 close coming in 5 minutes. This is a pretty decent range to play. This is a 200 tick range, which is very nice. No more slow stuff, yeah. About half. I mean, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean the whole move. I meant, yeah, did he catch this down? But yeah, half is just still, you know. I mean, man, 100 ticks, even you get 100 ticks in Asia, 100 ticks in Asia is huge. Yeah, one 4-hour candle dropped 1,000 ticks and then came back up 1,000 ticks. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Markets are moving crazy here, guys. And these markets will either make or break you. So the biggest thing you can do is reduce your size. Reduce your size. Understand that these ranges are absolutely huge. And yes, you can make lots of money in these ranges. But if you're over leveraged, you can also blow up very, very, very quick. Which one of you guys in the chat did say, you know, you were up 1k, then down 1k, and losing 1k a lot. And that's not a market problem. That's an over leveraging problem. I said let's fix it. By the time I think I said that is like, you know, I think he was already gone. Yeah, is that make 1k, lose 1k, make 1k, lose 1k all day in gold. And then he just said, gold just took another k, I'm done. Unfortunately, man, that's not a gold issue. That's a over risking in a market that is moving in huge ranges. Like I say, you know, yeah, the market's moving 1,000 ticks even in a week. A couple of years ago was insane. We've moved up and down, 1,000 ticks down, 1,000 ticks up just in the Asian session. So gold's shaping up here, guys. I am going to have to trade small size here just because the stops are so big. But you kind of see you have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We're about to close bullish on this 15. We'll see if we can get some gold longs. Yeah, potential 15 morning star. Yep, definitely. If we get bottom wick on this next 15. I'm going to trade some micros here. Let me see here. Yeah, literally, Bruno, yeah. Bruno just said, I trade MGC 3 contracts and it feels like 1 mini. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How big are these stops, though? Stops are going to be around, yeah, see, stops around 100 ticks. So I have to get this maybe like 2 or 3 micros, which is very small size, but if we peak these all-time highs, you know, we're also looking for a potential 200 tick trade. Sorry, and what the levels you updated? All good, man. No need to apologize. The levels I've updated is just the new round psychological levels that I use on gold to do 1 mini. What, copy trade 5 and do 1 mini? Is that what you said? The levels I've updated is the so 4,400, 4,350, 4,300, and 4,250. I'm always using the hundreds and 50 levels here. The round psychological levels. They're the levels that you can see on the higher time frame. Get very, very, very well respected. You break above it. Once you hold 4,300, where's your next target? 4,350. You break 4,350, where's your next target? 4,400. Which is pretty much the target coming in today. This is looking strong here, guys. Look at this. If we get a pullback here at this next 15 open, guys, I'm going to start small here and see if we can get long. You have a nice trend line coming down as well. Lots of people trying to short this trend line. More reasons to look for longs up into that area. Five minute for a stop. Yeah, I will probably use the 5 minute for a stop. I'll probably use, you know, a break back below this as a stop area. But if I get long from around here, even below here, still talking like 100 ticks. So yeah, I'll be risking off like this area. I don't want to see this area get broken again. I want to see this area hold to push up. So yeah, stops are going to be 50 plus ticks, which is crazy. Yeah, we'll have a look at ES. We'll have a look at NQ as well, guys. NQ is having a pretty decent sell-off. Buy opportunity on ES. Yep, we can absolutely have a look. There's a few different ones, Chris. So use... They're all good. They're all good ones, man. I spelled the factory one wrong. So 15 coming down for a bit of a bottom wick. I'd like to see a little bit more here, just to see a bit of a better risk to reward. Do I think gold can get to 5k by the end of the year? I mean, I want to say no. But I mean, with the with the run that we've been on, never say never. No, do I think we get to 5k? No. One interesting thing here on gold is this weekly time frame. Like, look at this weekly time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks of bullish candles. I don't know if we can... what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we had 8 weeks pullback. I'm trying to see, was there a time where we had a 9-week bullish run on gold? I honestly, I can't see any. This is one of the most insane runs I've ever seen on gold. Do I think we'll hit 5,000 by the end of the year? I don't think so. Would I be that surprised? Yeah, I mean, I would be that surprised. Could it happen? Maybe. This is just, you look at the high time, it's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 15 flip here is valid, guys. I just want to see maybe a little bit more of a pullback. Quick little pullback. 4,400 seems like a nice target. Yeah, you got 4,400, nice round psychological level. You also have Asia highs. And what did you not do here before this push down? And what does gold love to do? It loves to come up, tag the highs before then having the real push. And if we haven't done that, we haven't tagged the highs, then you're trying to buy up into where most people are trying to short this. So you might do this, and then you may even do this, or you maybe grab the highs and you just keep ripping higher. The most logical thing is to look for longs on gold right now. So I would love to get in this. You're kind of already having a pretty decent break here. Buying this 5 would have been a nice quick scout. Do you have courses you teach? I don't really sell a course, man. I have the Traders Club, which is more of a community. Do I teach the full strategy in there? Yes, it's all included. There's no I don't sell a course or anything like that. It's all my content, the whole strategy is all included inside the Traders Club. Yep. I don't sell a course or anything like that. Silver longs are nice. Yep, go with silver. In the 15 flip, yeah, nice. I like this 15 flip, man. I kind of wish I was in this. I'm gonna see if this 5-minute can wick down and get in as well. Yeah, nice 5-minute fake out. You had a big 15-minute liquidity grab, close bullish. So to me, this should be good to fill this range. I might be joining you soon, man. I may have just quickly missed that. I think gold is going to keep rising. It's eating. Yeah, yeah. I don't see any reason why it won't. I don't see any reason why gold won't continue pushing up. The thing is with gold, a lot of people are like kind of looking back at some historical data to find reasons for gold to sell off. The thing is, gold can sell off pretty hard, but it's not going to sell off for no reason. It's not going to sell off because you've drawn a technical level and the markets care about our higher time frame support and resistance. If you're going to have a big sell-off on gold, you're going to need a pretty big fundamental catalyst to have it moving lower, which right now we don't see any reason as to why we should think that. So to keep pushing up, yeah, makes the most sense. I wonder if there is a... Let's have a look. Let me just have a look on... If we get bottom wick on this 5 to grab some loads, I might see if we can get long here, guys. Let's use this here for a sec. Is this the longest bullish run we've ever seen on gold? So the longest bullish run on gold is spanning from the late 1999s to August 2011. Approximately 612 weeks. No, I mean like a week without pullbacks. I'd be trying to... Okay. Let's see here. Let me just have a look. I'm trying to see if we can find any information about how many times gold has closed bullish on the weekly time frame. More than 9 times in a row. I bet. Don't think it can find it. Wow, amazing, Patrick. I really like your strategy. I've been watching you for about a month now. I've been noticing a change. Amazing, man. Amazing. It's fantastic. If this 5-minute re-breaks back high, guys, I may have potential long here. You're tagging 5-minute lows. You're trying to re-break back higher. Now, I was trying to see if there was any data on... I was using Grok on X, but I can't really find anything. It would be interesting though. I'm sure you can probably find out. Like, I'd love to know how many times gold has closed 9 consecutive bullish weekly candles. I think it'd be very, very, very rare. We'll see if it comes back with us. Wow, look at this. Matthew signed up to your channel last Friday, passed the 50k account on Monday morning. 5 green days and the first ever payout. Bonus is copy trade over 5 accounts. Look at that, man. Absolutely amazing. Where have I just lost your chat? Where? Look at that. Absolutely amazing, man. Amazing, amazing work. Fantastic work. To get that payout locked in, man, it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We got gold coming for a little bit of a pullback here, guys. The only thing I'm looking at on gold is the reason I'm not in right away is just because you do have this resistance. So what I'm kind of thinking here on gold is, although I do believe this resistance is going to break and we're going to see, you know, gold come for a much nicer squeeze higher, an initial reaction here to bring in some sellers, dip down, and then long makes the most sense. You know, look at this hourly time frame. This flip still looks nice, but we've got 7 minutes until it's going to close now. So 7 minutes until the hourly is going to close. I feel like it makes more sense just to kind of monitor this 5-minute price action and see how we close here. If this 5-minute, like I say, wicks back above, then I might execute it. But let's see. Oh, there you go. So the longest was 11 weeks. This is the second. Wow, there you go. Crazy. When was the 11 weeks? Well, I wonder what that was. 11 weeks, that's crazy. So potential buy stop coming on gold at around that 78.4 level. I saw some of you guys did tag London Open yesterday on X, so love to see it. Remember, also tag Topstep as well. Tag me, tag Topstep. Oh, look at this. Getting the pre-London trades in here again. Amazing. MGC. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Look at that multi-time frame. Nice. That's a beautiful chart right there. Beautiful chart. And a short on NQ. All pre-London. Getting all the trades before we jump on. Amazing. Amazing. That was the break even we took on gold yesterday. Gold obviously did end up coming to hit all of the highs that we spoke about yesterday on our London stream, guys. Where was London? Seems like ages away. Where was our London trade from yesterday? Where was our London trade? Look how much price action we've done. I'm trying to find our London trade. So we had longs yesterday in London. We were calling the longs back up into this level here at 42.55. I think we took some longs around here, I believe. You then came all the way back down, and then you had that big breakout. So it took until about 10 to 11 a.m. London time to get that really nice squeeze yesterday. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. So 5 minutes coming back lower. Hourly's about to close in a second. Let me see here. Hourly trying to get back above. I'm gonna take a small buy here, guys. I'm gonna take a buy into this hourly close. See if we can take this higher. I'm gonna keep risk pretty small. I want to see if we can run this back up into that 4,400. I'm gonna go in 2 micros here, guys. If we don't flip and drive from this area, you know, maybe if we start closing back below here, can potentially manage. Let's see. How much do you think a trader should risk per trade on a 50k account? I mean, it's not really something that it's a one size fits all, to be honest, man. It's what's your average stop? How do you perform mentally after a, you know, I could lose $500 and still perform pretty fine. You might lose $200 and be like, no, I don't really like this. Actually, no, I'm going to cut this tree. I'm going to wait here, guys. I'm going to wait here. I'm cutting that quick minus $100. I'm going to wait. I kind of want to see this hourly close now. I was hoping we'd hold this low and push. The close there, minus $100. I'm going to wait for this hourly. Last 5 minutes of the hourly here. I was hoping we'd have a quick wick back up. But you're coming back down, so if this hourly closes like this, then I want to see the next hourly open, which will probably get a steeper bottom wick. So I'll close that quick minus $100. and just see how we close. But yeah, there's no right or wrong answer to how much you should risk on a 50k account. Like I say, it's how do you feel mentally? How do you perform? You know, what's your average loss? What's your win rate? What's your risk to reward? Yeah, watching me for sure. That's where I got in it and pushed it lower. Me personally, you know, I'd be risking maybe 200, 250 on a 50 is more than enough. You know, I'd have a max day loss limit of like 400, 500 is a pretty good sweet spot. Well, like I say, you could maybe lose $100 and that could send you on tilt, which is completely fine, but just recognize that that's your current limit right now. And if I say to you, oh, I think $500 is good, well, 500 to you might be like, oh, wow, that's huge, that's scary. I can't really perform that well after that big of a loss. So it's not just about the data, it's all about the mental side of trading as well. You know, how do you perform? What's your average losing trade, etc. And then once you kind of know your statistics, then you can kind of know what you should base it off. If I look at my average losing trade, 85, average winning, now I'm like, cool, that's what I'm going to base off. Worst trade 240, best trade 660. So you need to know your numbers. Know your numbers here. Gold squeezing a little bit low here, guys. I still like these longs, but I think this London Open makes the most sense. So with that being said, let's have a look at NQ. You guys looking at NQ? Let's have a look. Up around 30 ticks on silver, sized in pretty heavy with 2 minis. Stop loss to break even. Stop loss to break even if it is at a level where it can go against you. Not because you like the tick amount or you're up a certain dollar amount. Going to break even, you're going to break even because you have hit a level where price could potentially reverse against you. You never just want to go to break even because you don't want to lose any more money. You go to break even because the trade maybe doesn't make sense to you know, keep it open anymore. But yeah, we can have a look at silver. So have a look at NQ here, guys. Remember, yesterday we called the nice longs up into yesterday's high. So you hit them highs perfectly, wicked all the way back below 25,000. So I believe you're going to see this probably come lower. If we look at this weekly time frame, remember it's Friday here, guys. Could this weekly print like this looks like a pretty interesting potential evening star here. You wicked out the highs last week. You closed very bearish. You've pulled all the way back into 25,000 this week. And now it's looking like you could potentially break back lower. So could we be coming all the way for last week's low? I mean, maybe. It's not looking too crazy anymore. I would probably be watching Tuesday's low first as a potential downside target here on NQ. Let me just have a look at Goldie here, guys. Make sure we're not missing anything. Now, we got time here on gold. We got time. Let me see here. Let me get rid of this. These are the levels from this week. So you're already, again, NQ's having some pretty decent, kind of like we've been saying all week, guys. NQ's been having some very nice sell-offs. Pre-London, you've been having some very nice. Look at this nice short here at NQ. Really nice squeeze lower here. Started, you know, you got the breakout 4 a.m., if not 5 a.m. Sold off 6 till 7. And now we have the London Open. So NQ, yeah, I would be looking at these lows here on NQ. But would I be selling from here? Not really. You'd have to see a little bit of a pullback now to short it. Because it's already had a pretty decent short here before London's even started. Personally, I think gold could shape up nicer here, guys. I cut that quick small loss at $100. Make back $100 in 2 minutes with the right trade. With the right trade, that's the key. So let's have a look here. Let me get rid of these levels. So what we're doing here, an hourly time frame, you rejected, you wicked out the lows, held support. You did close bearish here at 7 a.m. But you are holding some very, very, very big levels on the higher time frame, being also extremely bullish here on gold. Now, in terms of seeing it very neutrally, you can kind of see we do have some pretty big intraday resistance here. You broke above it, you broke right back below, you held it, you're squeezing lower. So we have hourly resistance here. We also have hourly support right here as well. Now we are right back down at this hourly support here. So you can see here, nice hourly, broke above, broke right back below, hourly resistance, hourly support. My light just died there, guys. So could we bounce off this hourly level? I mean, I would like to see longs from here. I would like to see the longs from here. My lights just died. If you guys are new to, is it too dull or is it fine? What do you think about opening range breakout strategy? Yeah, it can be good. Depends what you're trading. I think it'll work better for NQ than gold in the New York session, personally. What chart has become unlinked? It should be here on your chart. It should be here. Should have the link option here. It's fine. Cool. Thank you, man. Yeah. Opening range strategies can be good. I do like how it's very systemized. Like there's no real thought process that goes into it, which is pretty good. What held you back from this 50-minute gold buy? It was your plan to buy. Formed as you wish, yet you hesitated. What was the reason? I didn't hesitate. It was just the fact that we were coming into big resistance, and I was kind of looking for a bit of a 5-minute entry. So it wasn't my exact plan, because you haven't really broken out yet. But yeah, I was happy to take it off a quick little 5-minute scalp, trying to play this quick 5-minute morning star here. You know, because if I buy it from here, if I take the 15 flip, well, look to the left. I'm buying at resistance, which I don't really want to be doing. So I was happy to take it here, because at least I'm buying at some support. But as soon as it quickly doesn't work, I'll get out right away. But here, yeah, I felt like I was just buying at resistance. Which, you know, when we zoom out, here's our big resistance, which is kind of where it was. If you buy that 15 flip, as soon as you hit this level, 20 ticks, you know, you already have to manage the trade. So I was kind of waiting for a little bit of a 5-minute liquidity grab to get in the trade, which was here. You wicked the lows, held support. So I was trying to see if this 5-minute here could come down, hold these lows here, and create a nice potential morning star. So I didn't follow the plan. I didn't hesitate the plan. The reason I decided to wait is just because it was yeah, big resistance here. 30-minute morning star. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. The thing is, if we come down lower like this, we could come back to these pre-London lows. 30-minute morning star. Let's have a look, man. Yes, definitely. Yep, definitely. Wick the lows, held above. If this 30-minute flips bullish, yeah, I actually really like that, Matt. Yeah, I like that. I can see that. Let me just make sure we're not missing anything on some other markets here, guys. Have a look. So NQ could just continue selling off. Someone said ES. What was ES? Someone said ES. Where was it? Oh yeah, buy opportunity in ES. Personally, I wouldn't be buying this. Again, it's just me personally, you know, don't let me talk you out of what you guys see, trade what you see, not what I see. But for me personally here, would I buy ES here? Well, what are we doing here intraday? Are we going up or down? Well, to me, we're pushing down pretty low. You know, you are coming in some nice support level here. But again, you know, how many people do you think will be trying to buy here, risking it off these lows? To me, I think personally there'll be a lot. So I think you'd very likely come down and squeeze some lows before potentially getting back above. So if you wanted to buy ES, yeah, I think you need to give it some pretty decent amount of time. There was nothing to learn. Yeah. If it flips bearish, can't you take a short? I mean, you can, but you just have to remember how bullish gold is. And it's not made, to me, I haven't taken a sell position on gold. I haven't taken a single short on gold for quite some time. And it's been paying very, very, very well. The only thing with shorting gold is you have to remember, you know, you're fighting the markets. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if you see a reason to short it. But just, a lot of people will short gold. Let's say they short gold down here. And as it's pushing down, they think, oh, you know, this is going to be a full-blown reversal. And they keep holding the short without remembering that it could just be a pullback. So if you short gold, you know, keep it in the back of your mind that it is a pullback and we are still overall bullish. So what I mean by that is get ready to flip the bias back to the original long trade and the long bias right away, then sure. You know, if it's just a pullback opportunity to potentially go long later on, yeah, sometimes you can take them trades. But for me personally, when gold is peaking all-time highs, the past couple of months, letting the pullbacks come and buying it, I think it's just been a way easier trade. But it's also in one of them markets where, you know, because gold is so bullish, you have to understand your tilt triggers. And for me and for most people, shorting gold at all-time highs, if I get stopped out on a long trade on gold, well, I'll go, oh cool, we've been so bullish, that's fine. I'll wait for the next pullback and get the same trade. If I take a loss trying to short gold, say if I try short gold here, and then before you know it, gold's back at the all-time highs, I'm going to look back at that trade and I'm going to go, why on earth was I trying to short gold? Gold's bullish. The only reason I was trying to short gold is because I thought we were going to go lower. And it's probably something that's going to send you on tilt. So if you do want to short gold, you know, maybe short it on a very small risk or even on a combine, for example. But to me, shorting gold would be a bit of a tilt trigger. Because you know in the back of your mind, it's one of them trades that you shouldn't really be taking. For me anyway. You know, you might have a reason to sell gold, but for me, I know how bullish gold is. And then if I short gold and it continues pushing up, I'm going to look back and I'm going to go, why on earth did I short that? The smart trade was buying gold like it has been for, you know, all of this time. That was our long position from yesterday. That was our longs from yesterday, guys. Had these highs here, so our liquidity levels. We took the longs from here, managed, you came all the way back down, held the VWAP, broke back above, and then kind of had the big push. So yeah, like I say, there's nothing, you know, if you see a reason to scalp it for a pullback lower, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, me trying to short gold when gold's been as bullish as it has been, if I get stopped out trying to short, I'm going to look back and I'm going to kick myself. ES coming for the lows here. Lovely sell-off here. You guys on X, I think someone who hashtagged the London Open. I think it was in a gold short, right? I mean, sorry, NQ short. You had an NQ short? Yeah, look at that. You got a beautiful short there. I was wondering if you were Hill. If you're still here, man, did you get any runners on that? It doesn't matter if you didn't. You got your trade, but it's still amazing. But look at that. Nice, lovely call there. Selling off beautifully here. So now this is where NQ and ES gets interesting. Kind of see how NQ here, I'm looking for price to come down and grab these lows. If ES grabs the lows first and starts reacting from them lows, then NQ doesn't always have to come and tag the lows. So it's something to watch there. If ES grabs the lows and NQ starts finding some support, then you don't have to worry about the lows in NQ. How much do you spend on Airbnbs? On average, where you are now? Let me have a look. I'll show you. Probably like maybe 2,000 to 3,000, maybe. Place we're staying now, we're kind of more in the country, which is what I prefer, and it actually ends up being way cheaper. And we got a very big house right in the country of Italy, with, you know, nice big house, huge gardens, and just surrounded by beautiful nature. You're talking maybe, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 US for a month. I guess we're probably off peak season as well. You know, it's what, October, so. But it's actually surprisingly, it's very warm here during the day. You wake up in the morning here in Italy and it's very cold, but during the day it's like, it's hot. Like you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It's crazy. But you know, you can do it very expensive. You can do it very cheap. Kind of just happy to do it in the middle ground. I don't care too much to stay at that fancy places, as long as you've got a house, good Wi-Fi, garden for the dog. Yeah, we're pretty happy. How long have I been trading though? I've been trading though for about 7 years. Traded for about 7 years, man. 7 years. 7 years. Potential buys coming up here on gold again, guys. I like the fact that we're holding this support. I just want to see it just close a little bit with bullish. Said the same 2 years ago. Yeah, that's probably true, actually. I wish I knew the exact date of when I very first started trading. Yeah, I've been saying the same for 7 years. What are you on about? Just fighting the fact that I'm getting over 30. Yeah, I'm still 21. Been trading for like 1 year. Yes, coming down for the lows there. Goldie, I really want to see this 15 hold this support, guys. There is a little 5-minute trend line here on gold, but like I say, I just really don't want to short gold. There's been no real smart reason to short gold for quite some time. So you have a little bit of a trend line up here on gold. So, you know, could you come down and tag these pre-London lows? Yes, very possibly. Very, very possibly. Do I have any Airbnb horror stories? Surprisingly not. Because, you know, I've stayed at a lot of Airbnb. Surprisingly not. Touch wood, though. Touch wood. 15-minute close coming in 3 minutes here, guys. If this 50-minute here on gold can wick these lows, there's a potential morning star shaping up, and I might give it another shot. Small risk, though, because these ranges, like I say, are very big. Look at micro Bitcoin. Yep, we can look at Bitcoin. We can look at Bitcoin. How long did it take you to become profitable consistently? At least 2 years. 2 years of consistent failure. At least. At least. And maybe you guys can do it quicker than me. I would guess I was probably just one of them people that just needed to make the same mistakes way too many times before I actually sat down and be like, okay, cool. I need to stop making these same stupid mistakes. I need to start taking this seriously and build an actual trading plan that actually works and keeps me accountable. But for me, like, you know, a lot of my earlier trading journey was kind of trying to figure out my path, figure out the way I like to trade. You know, if I had the opportunity that you guys do to listen to someone trade live every single day for, you know, an hour and a half plus all the other amazing Topstep streamers, I'd be way ahead of what I was. I spent the first like 6 months to a year just following the complete wrong people. Chasing signals, chasing the get rich quick scheme, and just wasting complete time. I don't even know if you can call the first like 6 months really trading. So, you know, I feel like you guys can probably do it quicker than 2 years. Not that it should be a rush, but if you set yourself really, like for me as well, like I didn't really care. I mean, in the early days I did, but then when I started to get like a passion for actually trading and not just the money, I kind of got to a point where it's like, I really don't care how long it takes me. I don't care if it takes me 1 year, I don't care if it takes me 2 years, I don't care if it takes me 3 years. I'm doing this to be here for the next, you know, 10, 20, 30 plus years. Like I'm not trying to rush this. Which you should kind of come into the mindset with that. You see all the glamour, you know, the glamour on social media side, but, you know, it takes a long time. And this isn't like a hobby and a get rich quick scheme. This is a full career that you could be doing for the next 10, 20, 30 plus years. So when you kind of look at it from the long game, there's no reason to rush it. There's also no reason to think today is the day where I have to make this much money. It's I couldn't take paper trading serious. I honestly, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, I never paper traded. I didn't see the point. It didn't bring in, it may have costed me some money, but it didn't bring in any of the reality side of trading, because, you know, we all make thousands paper trading. I did back testing, but yeah, I never did paper trading. I went straight into real money. Not that I say you guys should do that. You know, when I first started trading, prop firms, I didn't really know what a prop firm was when I first started trading. I didn't know what Topstep was, so yeah. Hello, what does your girl do when you are still moving from country to country? She has her own online beauty business. She has a beauty salon and business back in Australia, and now she runs it online, which is pretty cool. So she does that, and I do this. It kind of works pretty well. And our dog just gets to live his best life. She does, she does some content and stuff as well. Let's get something. I'll send it to you, Chris. Drop me a message on Discord, man. I'll send it over to you, absolutely. Yeah, she did that for a long time. Then I came along and said, "Look, pack up. We're leaving. We're gonna go travel." And then she sold part of her beauty business, and now runs it online and teaches online as well, which is cool. So 50-minute here on gold, guys. Holding this support. We closed bearish. I am trying to see these longs here, but to be honest, it looks like we want to squeeze out some lows. Look at this, guys. NQ just Selling off like crazy here. Euro, let's have a look. Euro, how did we close yesterday? We had some nice calls yesterday on the euro. We had some nice, look at that euro breaking out that weekly resistance level here in the euro. Oh, look at this, guys. This on euro could be huge. So what are we doing here on the euro? Let's bring this up a little bit. So on the euro, this could bring in some big trades next week. You came down, you've tagged the lows, you've held 1.16, which is massive previous weekly resistance, broke above support, support, support. So what does this look like? This looks like a very big weekly fake out level. Look at this. You broke below, you broke right back above. So the euro could bring in some great longs next week. In terms of what we could see today, it's a kind of, again, like I said, euro does move a lot pre-London. So it's kind of hard to want to trade at London Open. But you could find some resistance here. Potentially pull back into current day lows before going higher. So you may get some sell-off on the euro. You broke it yesterday, held it, squeezing much higher. So yeah, you may get a little bit of a sell-off on the euro. Did you have a job before you're profitable? Yeah, absolutely. I've worked in jobs since I was like 16. I'm now 30 years old. Yeah, I've did loads of different jobs. Done admin jobs. My main job before I did trading was marketing. Did marketing for a long time, which I kind of enjoyed, to be honest. The only reason I started doing digital marketing is because I used to do like boring admin jobs where I would sit on reception all day long answering phone calls, and it was some of the worst days of my life. And then I went to uni. Then I went into digital marketing, so I was like, that seems like a pretty casual office job, and I feel like I can probably do this remote as well. So I did that, and then took that remote as well with trading, and then slowly just transitioned into just trading. But you don't have to go from, I say to you guys, it's always good to have some sort of backup, something on the side that helps. You don't have to go from a little 5-minute evening star here on gold. You don't have to go from absolute zero to full time in trading. If anything, that will take you way longer. So find something that's pretty casual, you enjoy it, and it's going to give you more peace of mind to actually focus on trading. Whereas I did jobs that I absolutely hated, and I look back, I'm like, well, why did I do that? I could have done a part-time job that was fine and gave me more time to focus on trading, and I would have enjoyed it more. And like I say, it would have given me much more peace of mind to focus on trading. You might be like, oh, I don't want to work part-time. But it's like, well, you're working for a better purpose, which is focusing on trading right here. Whereas when you work a job that you absolutely hate, me personally, I would come back and I would take out all that negativity on the charts, and it would make me force trades even more because I was trying to use trading to escape the life that I didn't enjoy. Well, that's not what trading should be for. And you try and trade from that perspective, it just becomes much harder. So I would have been way better off, just doing a job that I enjoyed. Might not pay the most, might not be something that's going to give me a long-term career, but guess what? I'm focusing on the markets as for this to be my long-term goal. Yeah, gold squeezing back lower here, guys. I'm kind of glad we cut them longs. Quick loss there, minus $100. You're now squeezing way lower here on gold. Big sell-off here on gold. Now you're coming down for these last lows. There was a pretty strong 5-minute evening star play there. But like I say, I wasn't really too interested in shorting gold. You had a 5-minute evening star with a trend line coming down. If that was the opposite, because gold's so bullish, a morning star with a trend line coming up, you'd be taking that all day long. Look at that. Evening star, big sell-off there on gold. Wow, look at this. Wow. Look at this. You're getting some crazy volume here on gold, guys. What news do we have here? It literally just spiked about 180 ticks in like, what, 1 minute? This could be a huge liquidity wicking. Yeah, in 1 minute, guys, gold's down 350 ticks. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I did it with some evals. Gold down 350 ticks in 5 minutes. 1 minute. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Be careful trading today, guys. Like I say, Asia's moved 2,000 ticks. Gold's just moved 350 ticks in 1 minute. These ranges, if you're not properly sized, could absolutely make or break you, which trading should never be make or break. So manage your risk in these markets here, guys. This could be, if this is one big liquidity grab and we break back above, these buys are going to be even nicer here. No, I don't personally, I don't see any news. Yeah, well, yeah, one micro is dangerous. Yeah, literally. One micro, that's $350 in 1 minute. Like, that's insane. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if you don't, like say if you're buying here and you forgot to put in a stop, like, you've just, like, that's insane. One micro, you short, that's $350. 1 minute, 3,500. Like, that's absolutely crazy. And that goes both ways, profit and loss. So be careful trading here on gold, guys. Be very, very careful. I'd love to take a trade with you here, guys. End of the week strong. I will not trade this big of ranges. Unless we start wicking back above, and this is a liquidity wick. Great, even more opportunity to keep buying. And if you guys who have the currency chart open, did we grab these highs on the currency? When will you be in Bali again? I have no real plans, unfortunately, man. The next trading retreat, I'm probably going to try to do here in Europe, to be honest. I don't think I'll be in Bali for quite some time, unfortunately, man. Yeah, literally, look, yeah. No, there's no news, man. That right there is the purpose of a stop loss. Yes, this is the exact reason of why you should always, always, always have a stop loss in the markets. Always. And always, guys, reminder, set your risk management settings here. Look at this. Come on for the day. Look. Lock it for the day. 750 max loss for the day. That will save you from not taking crazy big losses. So a bit of a break even for me here so far this week, guys. We'll see what, oh, look at this 5-minute wicking all the way back above. Keep your losses small by utilizing the amazing features that we have here on Topstep. You have to be using, look at this liquidity wick, guys. If we break it out, this could be nice. Look at this. This could be one big liquidity. I'm watching this 5 minutes. 5 minutes wicking all the way back above here, guys. This is insane. Look at this liquidity wick. In 5 minutes. Well, that was pretty much in 1 minute. He dropped 355 ticks. That might be the biggest London move I think we've ever seen here live together. Yeah, me too, Chris. Yeah, I've done it before, man. Done it before. Made the mistake of forgetting to put in a stop loss. You lose the account. Yeah, we've all done it, man. We've all done it. Go to the bathroom, hits my targets. Need to go to the bathroom more. Nice. What was I doing in Bali? In Bali, I was hosting a couple of trading retreats, man. We've had a couple of trading retreats in Bali. Been to Bali a few times just to trade and travel. But yeah, we've had about 3 trading retreats in Bali, 3 or 4. One question, what is best, Topstep money or your own money? Or our own money, like the accounts? Where do you start? Prop firms, what's Topstep 100%? There's no reason for you to be trading your personal capital. I trade my personal capital as well, but I'm mainly using it for higher time frame plays. For day trading, it's like there's no reason to risk your own money when you have access to Topstep, where you can literally get, look at that liquidity wick here, guys. Look at that. That is insane. Yeah, why would you want to? I think a lot of people convince themselves that, they can't make money on props, they're all of a sudden going to make money on live. I promise you, it's very unlikely. We have amazing opportunities here to, have access to an incredible amount of capital here on Topstep for a very, very low entry price. And also, when I first started, I started trading my own personal money, and I lost a lot of money. And to me at the time, it was a lot of money, and that really held me back and set me back. Because I was like, man, this is, this isn't for me. I can't do this. Whereas like we have all the opportunities here in the world to not waste our own capital. And like, if you're learning trading, trading simulation, you could say, oh, well, just trade sim until you get consistent. Well, simulation isn't going to teach you what you need to actually be taught here. Whereas even if you trade on a combine here on Topstep, it's going to teach you a lot of valuable emotional lessons in trading for a very low price. So for me personally, it's Topstep all the way. All the way. That's the reason I'm streaming here. Yeah, gold is looking good here. It is looking good. I just kind of want to see a bit of a breakout here because these stops now will be absolutely huge. Like, honestly, even one micro could be crazy. Like an exit on this trade, I guess, would be a closure back below here. So you're still risking like, you know, maybe 70 to 80. If you reclose back below 43.50, you wouldn't want to be in the trade. We got this 30-minute close coming up in 3 minutes here. Look at this here, guys. Let's see how this 30 is going to close. Because remember, gold also can do this. You know, it can wick all the way back above. It can make you think, oh, cool, it's time to go long before the candle's closure. You could end up still closing bearish. So let's wait for this candle to close here because it's coming in 3 minutes. Yeah, to learn is cheap. Crazy cheap. The amount of accounts I could have slowly bought with the money I lost in the earlier days. Which country was the cheapest to live in? Cheapest country to live in. I would say probably Vietnam. But my favorite probably would be Thailand. I think traveling and trading in Thailand. That you have so many places to explore in Thailand. And you can live very, very cheap. And live very, very well. Now you can get, I think we said this before, you go into Airbnb, you have a look at like month-long stays in somewhere in Thailand, like, I don't know, I think Bangkok's pretty cool. Somewhere like Bangkok, you know, you're getting a beautiful place, rooftop pool, gym, everything for so cheap. So cheap. And it's beautiful as well. Remember guys, don't chase this until the close. This could still close bearish on the 30. Absolute crazy times. I'm glad to be here and not figuring out these conditions on my own. Yes, absolutely, Chris. I honestly think these conditions here on gold are breaking a lot of traders. Although we haven't taken any real trades here yet, you know, I took a small $100 loss. If you're trading on your own right now, you know, you could be losing a lot of money here. That's what I think a lot of people will be doing here. So, you know, although we're staying patient, we're not jumping in trades, we are protecting the capital at all costs, which is what we have to do here. Let's go. Let's have a look here. I'll show you guys a place in a Airbnb. Let's see, for a whole month. How much you get for a month? See, Airbnb is more. You can actually, I feel like you can get cheaper than this. What's this? And the apartments in Bangkok are amazing. You get like rooftop pools, gyms, like so good. Yeah, Airbnb. Yeah, Sean. This showing like £1,500. I'm like, you can get way cheaper than that. I've seen way cheaper than this. I mean, they were still cheap for a whole month, but yeah. If you were gonna go there like full time or something, yeah, you can do it way cheaper. Way cheaper. I mean, still like £1,500 for a whole month, and it's still, you know, absolutely amazing. If you sign up long term for rentals for like 6 months to a year, it's like $400 to $500 a month. US. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Is still like, you know, look at this. 1,100 for a whole entire month. You got rooftop pool, infinity pool. Look at this. And the facilities are so modern as well. Look at the gyms. Like, it's amazing. You get your nice apartment. You get your trading office, trading setup going there. Like, man, you don't need to be making, you know, thousands and thousands a month to be, you know, traveling and trading. All right, let's have a look here, guys. So 30-minute has just closed here on gold. So we've still closed bearish here, guys. So personally, I wouldn't be buying this. I think you could come down and fill in this wick. NQ coming down for the lows. Is ES grabbed the lows yet? Yes, ES has grabbed the daily lows. So, I mean, it doesn't mean NQ can't come for lows because we're so bearish anyway. But we could pull back from here. Yeah, $400 to $500 a month, including a pool, gym, sauna, and steam rooms. Yeah, absolutely crazy. When do I trade minis? Under what conditions? Whenever I can see a trade that gives me probably less than a 50 tick stop, to be honest, man. Anything more than a 50 tick stop, I'm probably dropping down to micros. If I'm getting a you know, 50 or less tick stop, I can trade it. I can trade more mini. I don't really trade more than that, to be honest. Because you don't really need to. If I want to trade more size, well, I'll just trade more accounts. You can kind of even see here, you know, this month, even after a break-even week this week, you know, 2.8 thousand, you know, you start copy trading a couple of accounts. Well, it's very good profits. And this is all just using very small size. Micros, some minis, but mainly micros. So you all of a sudden see, okay, well, I don't need to be trading big size. What I need is consistency. Let's have a look here. So yeah, gold, I do like these longs here, guys, but I think it's going to be a patient day today. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot them over. I'm happy to stick around with you guys and, sit on the sidelines and watch this. I'm happy to not be stuck in these markets, that's for sure. How many people do you think would also be trying to buy this now? You don't realize how big these ranges are. All of a sudden, you're back down 150 ticks. You're like, oh god, that was not good. So, there's no reason to jump in long. You broke below, you held it, you're squeezing lower. If we break back above, remember guys, we could still have some great longs here today. Once you start closing back above this 43.60 level. They speak English in Thailand? Yeah, I mean, I guess very basic English. Thailish. But you can, yeah, I mean, I never had any issues. I mean, anywhere I go and I try and speak the language. Oh, there you go. Lived in Thailand for 1 year without knowing one word. There you go. Everyone understands. Yeah, everyone understands the basics, kind of most places. Yeah, that's it. I wasn't gonna say it. Just say that and you'll be fine. Say that everywhere and you'll be fine in every Asian country. Yeah, there you go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need. Yeah, literally, that's all you need, man. NQ coming down for the lows here, guys. Big sell-off on NQ, but again, came very early doors here, guys. NQ started selling off from like 4 to 6 a.m. London time. London Opens just continued to follow it down. But if you're wondering, why am I not short in NQ? Well, if I'm short in NQ, at what point am I just FOMOing into the trade? Where's my stop loss? I don't really see one. So NQ kind of hard to short here at London Open. I still like these gold longs. We just want to let price come to us. And remember, guys, these gold ranges are very big, so be careful. Be careful. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Been on YouTube. Been living and been trading and living in Thailand for 12 years. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Never want to go back to Europe. That's incredible, man. 12 years is amazing. Yeah, I think so, Chris. Yeah, it's looking like it will. You were looking at the mini charts, but you were saying that you may trade the micros. Yes, because the micro chart sometimes will actually be a little bit different. Sometimes the micro price action will be different, but I find the mini price action much more reliable. What I mean by that is sometimes, the micro chart might be grabbing lows more. Say the micro chart could be grabbing these lows and doing this looking like it's time to go long, but the mini chart could be up here, which then I still want to take it lower before going up. So yeah, I do all the analysis on this chart here, and I just flick between when I'm ready to take a trade. I'll just drop down to this micro chart here. So I have it set like this, split into two. So if I'm doing my analysis here on the mini chart, then when I want to jump across to the micros, I'll just click tab, and then it will take me across. It's in a just fun. YouTube chat. This is what YouTube chat. This is what gold crazy rangers does to us. Clearly, I guess you could get a massage while trading. Why not? That's a nice chart, Chris. Gold trying to get back above here, guys. I really want to see gold have a bit of a breakout. Remember, guys, if gold does break out here, we have a 300 tick range. So it's absolutely going to be worth it. But we don't want to get caught up in here just yet. Because like I say, you get caught on the wrong side of one of these liquidity wicks, you're locked out for the day for no reason. Just stay patient. Stay patient. So it looks like London's been a little bit choppy this week, guys. I think we just had one main trade. We had a trade yesterday. It was a bit of a break even. We had that 150 tick win on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday we had that nice 150 tick trade. Wednesday, what did we do? Wednesday in London. Where are we? Wednesday kind of sold off. Yeah, London, you ranged a lot. Then you kind of broke out more. That's actually nice to kind of break out there. Yeah, yesterday we had the break even. And nothing just yet. Nothing just yet. Yeah, I'm watching that 30 minute as well, man. Yeah, I can see that. If this 30 minute gets back above here, guys, this could be one big, massive hourly liquidity wick. And if this hourly flips bullish, there's potential for some big trades here, guys. Hotkey swap charts was just the tab. That's so funny. Tab, yeah. Tab, but if you hold down Alt whilst you're pressing on your mouse, then you can click in between whichever one you want to have open. I don't know if you have loads of charts like this, you hold down Alt, you want to see this one, cool, there you go. And if you want to have, tab to flick between the two. Just kind of makes it much easier, yeah. Say that again. So if you have your chart selected here to the double screen, how I have it like this, if you hold down Alt and then press on the mouse, hold down Alt. I'm holding down Alt right now. If I press, then it will make that chart big. If I hold down Alt and press again, it will zoom out. So if I'm holding down Alt and I'm pressing here, and I want to go to my micro chart, well then I'm just clicking Tab. I'm clicking Tab and I'm going to my micro chart. Cool. Now I'm ready to start taking a trade. Tricks of the trade, I tell you. Life changing. There you go. If it was life changing to you guys on YouTube as well, remember that. I think that deserves a like here this morning. We've saved ourselves a big loss here on gold. We could even have some long soon, but I think that wisdom enough speaks for itself. No, just normal. Click on the mouse. If you sorry, yeah, left click. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Yep. Left click, yeah. Normal click. What a guy. Okay, good man, Chris. Leave a comment as well saying life changing. So gold trying to get back above it, guys. We could have some longs here in a second. We're trying to get back above that. 15 is trying to break back higher as well. This could be one big, massive hourly liquidity wick. Now, the only thing is, guys, like I say, I will trade this at a very small size, if not just one micro, because these ranges are so big. But I do like gold now to come all the way back up into these levels, which is like a 200 tick range. A stop on this trade, I'd be happy to risk here. So again, you got 183 tick stop, which is still one micro is $180. But this is nice. You got a nice morning star play here. You've had that huge liquidity gap. If you can actually break out here and show me bullishness, then I'm happy to trade against this big sell-off. And I'm also looking at this hourly here on my other chart, and I'm sorry, let me go back to my other chart here. I'm looking at this hourly chart, and to me, remember, we do still have this big Asia high liquidity target. We also have 4,400, and this hourly is trying to get back above. In 20 minutes, this could easily start to close back above. Now, how we'll know if that's going to happen is depending on the lower time price action. So if we have a look at the lower time price action, are we seeing some signs of bullishness? Yes, potentially very soon. We could start getting back above these levels, and then we could potentially fill this range. Remember, we have a huge trend line coming down as well. Most people try and short that trend line. I mean, they made bank here, but I think we're going to squeeze this. So I may have some longs here in a second, guys. Remember, I will be trading very small risk here, guys, because the ranges are absolutely huge. I'm going to take about the micros. Yeah, I'm on the micro. I'm going to take a small trade here, guys. Look at this. I'm risking $150. I would like to trade much more size, but maybe I will scale into this trade if we break out. If we break out, maybe there's the possibility to enter more. Maybe I'll add in maybe one more. You can see how big these ranges are. One micro, which is very small, risking $140. That's crazy. We got this 15-minute close coming in 5 minutes here as well, guys. So you want to see this 15 close nice and bullish. Get nice and back above here. Again, guys, if the 5-minute close is bearish, I'll be happy to cut this right away. I want to see this 5 quick bottom wick and drive higher. If the 5-minute close is bearish, then remember, guys, I'll cut this at a very small loss. I want to see this flip and drive. Ideal entry for a gold long to take more size would probably be this hourly close, to be honest. If this hourly wicks back above, this pre-London low, which is kind of why I'm buying now, anticipating that we're going to wick back above, then potential more longs at 9 a.m. But we kind of want to see here, you kind of have this big hold from here. We've closed nice and bullish. Actually, I may put in, I'm going to put in one more as a buy stop if we flip bullish here. If we flip bullish here, I want to be tagged into one more. If we close bearish, like I said, guys, I will close this at a very small $50 loss, maybe. We'll see. So I'm going to buy now and buy if it can break back higher. We got the 15-minute close coming in 3 minutes here as well. Let me turn this background music down a bit. Let's see, how's that 15 looking? So hourly is probably looking the nicest. 30-minute, yeah, we want to kind of see this 30-minute close bullish for this trade to be valid. If this 30 flips bearish, it'll be a pretty quick exit. If you close bearish, let me cancel that buy stop, guys. I'm gonna wait here. If this 5-minute close bearish, guys, I may cut this at a quick $50, $60 loss. Keeping the loss very small here because these ranges are, like I say, absolutely huge. There's a bit of a liquidity wick there. Come on, Gordy, where's that volume? Where's that volume gone? Well, we're gonna get a 300 tick spike to the highs now. Let's see. I'm not going to take the buy stop here, guys. I'm going to wait for this candle to close because it's also going to be the close of the 15, which I kind of want to see here. It's crazy that trading I think it's probably one of the first times. It's maybe one of the first times I've traded 1 micro. 1 micro is tiny, but these ranges are huge. Oh, look at this. Nice, Bruno. My second full gold XFA. Wow, thanks, boss. Amazing, man. 7 months of watching you every day pays. Wow, Bruno, that's absolutely amazing, man. That's absolutely amazing. Look at that. 2.6K on the month. Fantastic, man. Absolutely amazing work. 7 months of watching. Yeah, amazing work, Bruno. Bruno's got the best job. You moderate, you listen to gold, we trade gold. Bruno's living the dream. Now you know how it feels to trade Asia. Yeah, literally. It's crazy. Yeah, literally. Win-win. Plus in Thailand, yeah. Plus living the dream in Thailand. Bruno's living the ultimate life. Now that's amazing consistency there, man. Absolutely beautiful work. 2.6K on the month next phase, fantastic. All right, 15-minute close here, guys. So 15-minute has closed bullish. A little bit of a gap up there as well. Let me see if I can enter in one more here, guys. I'm gonna take one more here. I can risk about $300 here. Risk about 300 to about 250 here. That's a nice 15-minute close here. Instant bottom wick. I want to see if this can drive back higher now. I'll be watching previous 15 highs of potential management point. I obviously want to take this much higher. I'm trying to buy this into the hourly close, anticipating that this hourly is going to wick all the way back above. And this is going to be one big liquidity wick. Of course, it doesn't have to. Anything can happen. But to me, risk to reward is absolutely worth a shot. And I'll be trying to hold this for this won't be a scalp for me, guys. I kind of want to look to potentially hold this for a couple of hours. Maybe even into pre-New York, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, could be get back above, definitely. If we close back bearish, it'll be quick management point because we're coming into the last 15 of the hourly. So if this 15 closes bearish, then the hourly will still be closing pretty bearish. So you want to see this 15 wick back above. The more this 15 wicks, the more this 15 closes bullish, the more likely the hourly's gone from looking like this to all of a sudden you're starting to wick all the way back above. Where's that hourly open? So hourly open is here. So right now, using this lower time frame, the hourly's gone from looking like this to all of a sudden we're looking like this. And this is how I'm always trading the lower time frame, guys. I'm always trying to picture how's that higher time frame looking. So right now we're looking like this. Not the best of drawings, but you kind of get the picture. So if this 15 closes bearish, could you still hold the trade? Well, then the hourly is still going to be breaking out, so we wouldn't want to hold that trade. We want to see this 15 close nice and bullish to give this hourly looking something like this. So what you guys kind of want to be able to do on your lower time frame is in the back of your mind, I'm always trying to picture in the back of my mind, okay, cool, well, this is the last 15 of the hourly. So the hourly's gone from looking incredibly bearish to if this 15 can close bullish, then great, we'll get to see what we want. But if this 15 closes bearish, I will manage the trade. Now, I won't manage the trade just because the 15's closed bearish. I will manage the trade because it's the last 15 of the hourly, and I don't want to see it close bearish because then you'll still get that hourly breakout. Wow, what's this? Who's this? Oh, look at that. That's insane. Where did you find... Wow. Do you have is there a link to that, Bruno? Do you have a link to that? I didn't even know you could do that on a Forex Factory. Price targets is 4,400 in Asia highs. Management point would be, maybe depending on this hourly candle closure. But I'm trying to, yeah. I will look to manage around like here, but I'm trying to take this, at least up into like this 3080 resistance level, at least. At least. But again, I don't set hard to take profits, not when gold's at all-time highs. Yeah, is there a link to that, Bruno? That's insane. Oh, was it posted in the chat? NQ's looking good. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there is. That's crazy. That's some serious size. I would also scale into this trade here, guys. This isn't a scalp here for me. This is more of a day trade. So what I mean by that is I'll still be in and out within the same day, but I could hold this for maybe 1 to 2 hours. And if we do something like this, we start to get back above here, we pull back, I will enter in more here because you're confirming this trend line even more, and then I'm anticipating even more of a drive. So I would like to scale into this trade here, guys. I've only started small here, 2 micros. If we break above, hold this trend line, more people try and short this trend line, you hold this as support, I'll take more buys from here, I will average somewhere around here, and I want to take this much higher. So here's my hard stop right now, guys. A mental stop is here. Mental stop for me here is about 172. Hard stop I'm going to keep here about 300. I never trail stops on gold, man. I won't trail stops personally. I don't like trailing stops personally. I'll manage and then just exit full, to be honest. That's like, yeah, nice one, Bruno. Thank you, man. We got 10 minutes till this Audi's going to close here, guys. That's insane. Any closure back below, guys? Be a quick exit here. Hold a runner. Depends on the price action, to be honest, man. I mean, if I hold it up into this 380 level, I'll probably just close full. I don't really hold runners in London because New York can end up just wicking you up before it does the whole entire move. 5-minute bearish closure, guys. I will have a quick exit here. I kind of want to see this push already. I want to see us break this resistance, but you're kind of still holding this resistance and holding this support. So I was hoping we would break it from here, but we're holding here, holding here. So any bearish closure around here, I'll be closing quick. How much do I risk a day? Probably, I don't know, maybe $200-300. Average win is worst trade. I mean, average loss here a little bit more here, say, because the ranges are so big. But yeah, worst trade 240, 260. So far this month, biggest losing day has been 200. So if I lose this trade, I'll be maybe $100 loss for the week. We'll see. Close like this, guys. I'll cut this trade straight away. Let's see. But yeah, I honestly don't really hold runners in London. Just because New York, like I say, can come in and just wipe out your runners before it does what you want. So I'd rather have, you know, if I buy here and exit here, and then it pulls back, I'd rather enter in a brand new trade personally. So remember, guys, the more this pushes lower, remember what I said about that hourly time. If this 15 closes bearish, then that hourly won't close as we want. Therefore, we have to manage the trade. So if the 15 closes bearish, the hourly still closes below the support. Therefore, we have to wait. But let's see. Let's see. And if I do cut this trade at small loss, I'll probably lock myself out for the day. If I want to trade New York, maybe I'll trade some combines. That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Why do you always have a mental stop and a hard stop? Why not put your hard stop where the mental stop is? Well, because if I put my mental stop here, well, then this would have wicked me out before it pushes back above. A mental stop is a closure against me. If you break this support, I'll be out the trade straight away, which is a good example of the trade that we took on Tuesday, which I'll show you as well. So my stops are based on candle closures, not wicks, because that's what gold loves to do. Gold loves to wick these lows before it pushes. And if you put your stop here, well, you're putting your stop loss at a support level. Let me see. I'm going to squeeze out here, I think, guys. I can take the loss here. Yeah, I'm going to close that there. You're about to come down for lows. Yeah, minus $300 for me there, guys. It's going to be me for the day. It's only $300, so I'm locking myself out there. And I will take the small loss of $150 this week. So that's me for the day there, guys. I do still like these longs on gold, but I'm not going to take it from here. On the question of mental stops, though, before we do shoot off, I'll show you the example of Tuesday's trade. Because if you put your so for me, what I mean by mental stop loss is a closure against the level. So here, for example, this was the trade on Tuesday. Great lockout. Yeah, absolutely, man. These ranges are crazy on gold. I don't want to sit here and over risk on this. Over risk here. Minus $370 is fantastic. So so hard stop on Tuesday's trade was here. Mental stop is any closure against this level. So if I put my stop here, well, then it's just going to stop me out before doing exactly what I want. A mental stop is a candle closure against me. So that's what, if I get like a 15 or 30 minute closure against me, then I'm typically just wrong. Whereas if I put my stop loss here, well, then before these are wicks, you'll get wicked out every single time. So what I mean by mental stop is a closure against the level is a good exit. And that's what kind of helps me, like I say, that's what helps me keep these losses small. So even with that small $350 loss, well, that would now be the worst trade. But that's what helps me keep the losses small, is using hard stops as a worst case scenario, but actually managing the trade once the candle closes below. Let me put that trade on X as well, guys. Don't worry, we'll upload this trade as well. So where do I get long? Got long around, where are we? 56.4 or 57. Let's do the low one. 43.56.4. And we got out of this trade at 43.44.2. So I'll post this trade into Twitter as well, guys. So I do still like the longs here, guys, but I don't like it from here. Remember, the more this pushes down, the more hourly has gone from looking like a beautiful wick rejection to now we're actually just closing bearish. So if I do get the longs later on today, guys, I'll probably just take it on a combine. I'm happy to lock myself out for the day, out for the week, and then we'll be right back again next week as well, guys. So small loss there. Like I say, if you guys are on X, be sure to drop a follow. I will post the trade on there, same as with all the wins, all the losses, and I will see you guys same time again next week. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Trade safe. Be careful trading these crazy ranges on gold, and I'll see you guys same time again Monday morning. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.